recording. So you're all aware that I'm recording this. Now, what I want to start with is going over again how you upload work onto Teams. Okay, lots of you are working ever so hard, and at the end of the day, however you upload it is better than nothing, because I can normally sort it out. But I was just saying to Dan before I started recording, quite a few of you are uploading it straight into assignments, and I can't mark it from there. If you put it straight into assignments, I can see it, but I have to go and then download it and upload it again into the appropriate place. And it takes me about 10 minutes per pupil. So, you know, if 6 of you do that in one class, that's taking me an hour. Then I've got 5 classes. So, you know, that's sort of taking me 5 hours a day anyway. So it's not your guys' fault, because it is all very complicated. But it would be great if next time round you could try and get the work into the right place to start with. So I'm just going to explain it all to you again. Okay. Now, the teachers are setting the work in assignments. That's why they keep talking about assignments. Okay. So we're actually setting the work in assignments. And the reason we do that, we can go into assignments then. We can see your work once you've uploaded it. And if provided you've uploaded it in the right format, we can then mark it on the screen. We can then leave you a comment, and what's really important, we can then put a mark on it formally, and that feeds into our mark book. And it also means when we are in assignments, I can at just a glance just see the whole class and see which of you have done it, which of you have handed it in, and so on. Now, from your point of view, you don't go into assignments, okay? You don't go into assignments. You go into class notebook. Now, here's an example on the screen of Casper in my 3rd form. So he goes in, so looking on the left, this is what I see. I see all of you, because obviously I'm a teacher. You'll just have your little bit here. So Casper's got homework, class notes, quizzes, and handouts. Now, what I'm doing, I am putting, one of you hasn't muted your mic. If you could just mute your mic, that would be great. So, you will find that with all the work that I'm setting you at the moment, I'm putting it into homework. So when you go and click on homework, you will see in this column here, you have all of the various bits of homework I've set you already there. Okay, you don't need to go and press page and go and create a new page. It will already be there. So today's lesson is on finding fractions of a quantity. You will find when you click in class notebooks on homework, there will be a page here already saying finding fractions of a quantity. You then click on that finding fractions of a quantity. So Casper went and clicked here on simultaneous equations, and this page came up next to it, and he then clicks on the page. You then click on the page. Now, when you click on the page, it will look like this. And here you go. You can see I'd gone and just left this bit of simultaneous equations practice for Casper. Now, in order to upload to this page, you've got to create a rectangle. So you go and double click on it somewhere, and I've already got the box here ready for you to do so. Now, when you go and click in the box, and it won't work until you actually have created a rectangle and you click in it, you will then find that these 2 options up here, file and picture, are then accessible. They don't work until you've gone and clicked on the page first to create a rectangle. So once you've done that, these 2 options are accessible. If you have taken pictures of your work, so really your images are in JPEG or PNG format, you just click picture and then follow the options to upload, and it will just upload, and each picture you upload, you just upload into a new rectangle. Okay. Now, if you have scanned your work, so it is in Word or PDF format, you've got to click the file option. Okay. Now, once you've clicked the file option, it's really important you then click the insert file printout option, because that uploads it as a picture and we can then mark it. Okay. If you upload it as an attachment, it's the same problem as I mentioned before. I've then got to download it and upload it as a picture, which takes a while. Okay. So please keep on trying to do it correctly. I'm not going to get cross with you if you can't, because I realize it's all very stressful and very time consuming. So at the end of the day, sending it through in any format is better than nothing. But you know, we could be working from home for a few weeks, so it's going to make life so much easier if over time you can all get familiar with this. So in short, I know teachers keep going on about assignments this and assignments that, but from your point of view, you are uploading into Class Notebook, please. Okay, so moving on to today's lesson, and this lesson is going to be a really quick one, okay? And the work will be really quick, and that's quite good because I'm conscious of the fact this is your third piece of work really quickly, and it's taking ages. So what I'm hoping is that you'll be quite quick on this one, and it will give you a bit of a breather, and perhaps you can just catch up on some of the others if you haven't had a chance to do those. So all we're trying to do today is to find a fraction of a quantity and be able to do it without using a calculator. So our goal is to be able to answer a question like find 2/7 of 21. So that's our goal, and we want to be able to do this without a calculator. So we're just going to build up to this. We're going to start off with just finding out 1/3 or 1/5 or 1/9. Okay, now they're easy. If you've got to find a third of 12, for example, a third of 12 is just simply 12 divided by 3. Okay, so if you want to work out a third of 12, it's just 12 divided by 3. If you want to work out a fifth of 45, 1/5, 45, it's just 45 divided by 5, which is 9. Again, if you just want to work out 1/9 of 27, it's just 27 divided by 9, which is 3. So if you share 27 between 9 people, you get a 9th each, you get 3. So they're easy peasy. Now, that forms the first step when we're trying to work out these bigger ones. So if we're trying to work out 2/5 of 45, for example, step 1, you work out what 1/5 is. So to work out 1/5, you divide by 5. So step 1, we're just going to do 45 divided by 5 to get 9. Okay, that's just finding 1/5. But we don't want 1/5, we want 2/5. So how do we get from 1/5 to 2/5? Well, it's twice as much. So we take our 9 and we times it by 2, giving us 18. So let's just take another example. Say we were finding 5/6 of 48. Step 1, you go and work out what 1/6 is. So 48 divided by 6, which is 8, because 6/8 is 48. So step 1, we're working out what 1/6 is, which is 8. But we don't want 1/6, we want 5/6. So we want 5 times as much as 1/6. We want 5 lots of 8. So we just do 5 times 8, which is 40. Okay, so what I have done, so I'm not anticipating this should take you too long. That sheet you can see in front of you now is what I've uploaded in Word format onto via assignments, but you'll see it's already sitting there when you go into Class Notebook. Now, I reckon this should be one that you don't actually need to go and work out to print off your piece of work. I mean, you're obviously welcome to if you're finding that easier, but you could literally work each of these out on a piece of paper. So all I really need you to do, because we've got questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you've got 12 questions there. I just want you to go and write down the question number, show your workings, and show your answer. So I think you can see what's going on. I want you to find 2/3 of 6. Then I want you to find 2/3 of 21. Then I want you to find 2/3 of 60. You then move on to these three here. So you're going to find 5/7 of 7, 5/7 of 21, 5/7 of 49, and so on. So that's the end of this lesson, guys. Okay, it is a quick one. It's a quick lesson. I'm hoping the work doesn't take you very long at all. Do remember the guidelines from Mr. Smith. We're really hoping that for each lesson, the video chit chat bit takes 5, 10, 15 minutes or so. But then, well, maybe 15 minutes is getting a bit long. Sort of 5 or 10 minutes to set you up with the work, and then really you've then about 25 minutes to get the work done, because we appreciate it takes loads of time to upload the work. Okay. If you don't ever get the work finished, it really doesn't matter. Okay. Just please upload what you've done. What I'm interested in seeing is that you're engaging in the lessons. So you're listening into the lessons, either live or recording, and you're having some goes at the questions. So take this one, for example. If you can get the first 6 right, you probably could get all 12 right. So it's not the end of the world if you only did 6, okay? Because I can see that you're getting the hang of it. So well done, guys. But I think that's the last lesson we've got of the week. So I don't see you again until Monday. So that gives you a bit of breathing space to try and catch up. I hope you all are staying safe and are making the best of quite difficult circumstances. So when the weekend comes around, have a lovely weekend. I'm just going to go and stop the recording. So just wait until I've stopped the recording. You might. So let me just try. Here we go. Oops.